Good morning, readers. It's Lori. Welcome back to my channel, Books, Ink, and Paper. I'm glad you're here because it's TBT, it's Throwback Thursday. And this is a special Throwback Thursday for me because it is the Thursday before the movie adaptation of one of my favorite books is released. So if you're watching this today, if you want to read it before the movie, you know, definitely got some time. I think it's going to be pretty successful. I hope so anyway. You could probably read it really quickly too. I did for certain. So the book today is Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. I read this when it first came out. Probably in 2013. I think it came out in 2012. This is a first edition copy I picked up at a library book sale. So don't ever pass by a library book sale without checking out what they've got. So much I had borrowed it from the library when I first read it, and I loved it so much I wanted to have my own copy forever. So I picked it up for probably 50 cents. Nevertheless, I think I read it in 2013, maybe a little bit later. I didn't read it immediately. I remember when I was reading it because I had this weird, I was reading it, buddy reading it with my daughter, and I had this weird text that was meant to go to her about the book that went to my sister-in-law, and it was crazy. Anyway, Where'd You Go, Bernadette is an epistolary novel, which I think those go very, very quickly. For me, they do anyway. Some of my favorite novels are written with letters, emails, documents of all kinds. I know a lot of people don't love them, but I really do. And this one is a combination of report cards, emails, notes, I think police reports, just lots of neat things. So the premise of this book is very interesting. It really centers around a family, but primarily Bernadette. Bernadette is the subject of, or the writer of, all of the documents within this book. She lives with her daughter, Bee, and her husband, and they live in Seattle, which she hates, in a home that is kind of falling down, falling apart, and it's near the school where Bee attends, and she's very smart. Now, Bernadette hates Seattle, doesn't get along with others at the school. In fact, she even, as I recall, she even runs over one of the ladies' feet in the morning, I think sort of rushing out and not wanting to talk to her. She doesn't play well with others. She hires a virtual assistant in India. She's very quirky, but really a lot of this centers around the beginning of the awareness of the plot, which is that her and her husband had promised Bee that if she got great grades, that she could have a trip to anywhere she wanted to go, and she chose Antarctica. And that seems to be the catalyst for Bernadette having a little bit of a meltdown. Some hilarious things ensue. While this is, there's some difficult subject matter, as I recall, but it's so lighthearted. It's so funny. It's so easy to read. And I've seen the trailers for the movie, and I literally cannot wait. I think we're going to go either Friday night or Saturday. I really feel like we will see this before the end of the weekend. Now, the date today, if you're watching this after the release of this video, is the 15th of August, and so this movie comes out August 16th. But as you know, movies live on in our lives now in ways that they never did before, in streaming devices and on for rental in different places, and Redbox and all kinds of opportunities. So even if you're watching this later than when the movie has already been in theaters, I really highly recommend at least the book. I can't say if I recommend the movie yet, but I will maybe pop that in another video just to let you know. I definitely gave Where'd You Go, Bernadette 5 stars. I actually do want to read it again before Friday, and I think I can get that done. My daughter is rereading it now. We both just loved this book. So take a look when you have a moment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think if you've already read it. And let me know if you go to the movie. I would be delighted to hear if that's something that you plan to do. I appreciate your following me and subscribing to me and commenting and letting me know about your reading life so much. I got such great feedback from one of my videos last week, and so I just am so thankful for all of you. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell at the top right hand of the page so that you'll get a notification every time a new video is released. And as always, happy reading. Bye.